everybody. It is December 2nd, 8:25 a.m. Waiting on non-farm payrolls. Unemployment numbers coming out at 8:30. That's in 5 minutes. We'll watch those live here. Um, Couple things to note. Let's look at some watch list here. VIX is up 2.12%. Crude is up 0.89%. Bitcoin's up 0.74. Russell down 0.12. ES down 0.14. The Dow is down 0.18. The dollar is down. The dollar is starting to trend lower, but down 0.2%. It's at 104.5 right now. The Nasdaq is down 0.21. The 10-year yield continues to fall, down 0.4%. Okay. Any leaders and laggards out there? Baba just continues. It's crazy. It keeps having these swings up and down. It's up 1%. Amazon up. Nothing really big to note. Snow and AMD down small. Energy stocks up. Home Depot not much of a leader there, but Roblox getting hurt 2.4%. Sectors wise, nothing to speak of really. Nothing to really speak of. Nothing's really that crazy. We're just waiting for the non-farm payrolls and unemployment numbers to come out. Yesterday, kind of had a balancing day. I talked about that tough resistance in the Nasdaq that it was going to be really hard to push through, and we could not get through it. We also hit the downtrend line, the main downtrend line for the year. It caused it to be resistant. So we're hanging out, but we did move. We did move the most traded price of the week higher to 4,081. That is now up. That is bullish. Okay, as long as we keep building value out here, volume out here, we're gonna move higher. Okay, that gives us more staying power. And you could see yesterday, this is the 200-day moving average. That's what basically pulled us back right to the 200-day moving average, and we moved higher. And the resistance really was the trend line. And you could see that right in here. This trend line right here, coming from all the way down here. Couldn't get above it, and we closed below it. All right. So we got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Okay. Now you can see in the cues. What did I talk about yesterday? The Fibonacci from this move up here to down here. We've retraced 50%, but look, this is acting as resistance. See? Right here. 294.34. Couldn't get one pop that's head above it and close below it. Had a little doji candle on the cues. So still bullish because we're holding above. And we're holding just barely above the 100-day moving average. Okay. So these trend lines are coming real into play here. If you look at this one from the lows, it's gotten honored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's a pretty strong trend line. So let's see here. Let's look at this news that's going to come out, and we're going to get ready to see what the market's going to do. Let's see here. That is coming out right now. Here we go. We're pushing down. Jeez, that's not good. That's not good, guys. We just really whipped hard down. Let's look at the charts. Look at that. We added 263,000 jobs. Added. Okay. That's going to make the Fed get more aggressive. Okay. So we're really selling off. I really didn't trust this rally too much, to be honest with you, just because of so much news that's going to come out. All right. So we're pushing lower big time. Okay. Let's look at this news as we push. Okay. Unemployment was the same. So it's still tight. It didn't move. This number needs to go up to be bullish. Okay. The big number here, though, is the 263 jobs added, 1,000 jobs added, and we were only expecting 200. Okay. We're just, wow, that's a big drop. The Nasdaq is down over 2% right now. Wow. This just job market is nuts. It's just nuts. This is really crazy. Really crazy. So this is definitely putting some rain on the parade here. You can look at these markets side by side here. I'm going to give you a little bit of market profile just to give you guys a side by side look at the markets and futures. Okay. This market is headline risk city. That you just can't you can't catch a break in this market. You can't. I am not. I usually play a lot of swing plays at options, and I'm just not doing it. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, this move is being totally negated now. Look at this. I mean, we're dropping like a hot potato here. Look, dropping, dropping here. These single prints here are just, there's no support here. There's no support either. Now, this is, if this doesn't get snapped back, okay, this is very bearish. If this doesn't snap back into range, it's very bearish. Now, I talked about a level yesterday. Let me put into perspective here. I'm just going to move this over. Now, this is the midpoint of the big move, 40.15. The low overnight right now is 44,006. So 40.15 is that spot you didn't want to go through. That's the fib. That's the, you could call it the 50% Fibonacci basically, but it's just the 50% of that move. It just got taken back. Okay. Let's look at this, the watch list, to see what has changed. Nasdaq's down 2.32%. Russell down 1.7%. ES down 1.57%. The Dow is down 1.15%. Now check this out. The 10-year yield has just rocketed up to 2.58%, up to 3.6. The VIX is up 3%. The dollar is up, okay, just from this news. Good morning, Rosita. I see you. Um, Pretty crazy. Okay. Every time I go to think about putting a position on, I'm like, I don't know. Non-farm payrolls are coming out. I don't trust. And here we go. That's why the news is just is this market is so fragile to news. Okay. Now let's talk about I'm gonna put a chart up here. All right. Let me. I could do it here. I'll put up an 8-hour chart. Be similar to a daily chart, but so here's a little zoom that these are 8-hour candles. So here we have the most traded price, right, of the year. It's right here, 39.66. We have this trend line. Okay. Okay. We don't want to go below that. Okay. Now, here's the thing. We were just in a huge balance range. Okay. A very large balance range. Now, you know what? I'm gonna change this, guys. I'm gonna bring you guys over. Okay, to my other chart here, just so I can. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bring you over to here. All right. I'm gonna talk about this. Now, this range right here is the ES. Okay, this was our range, right? That was the range. Okay, we broke out of the range, right? Now, there's a thing called balance rules. Okay, this now, there's a couple things in the market, how we claim them. Okay, there's balance, then there's the move. It's kind of like a test. Okay, you can call it a test, and then this almost confirmed the move, but now it looks like a look above and fail. That's what we call this. Okay, now in balance rules, okay, here's our balance. If we come back, now I don't know if this happens. Okay, this level is very important, most trader prices here. If we start to come back and go to the other side of balance, okay, what you usually expect is to go down the width of this balance range, which would roughly be here in this node right here. Okay, we're at 50% of this move. If today we start to come down and we can, this would be hard to take out this big level that I talk about. We are going to go down to this level, which is about 3,800. That's how balance rules work, because everybody got squeezed. Now, whoever was long now is going to get liquidated all the way back. And if we can't hold this level, we're going here. Now, December 13th is CPI. December 14th is FOMC. That's why I'm keep telling you guys this. The market is waiting on this. This little Powell thing, he said nothing we didn't know already. He just confirmed it. He said nothing new. Right? He still said inflation's a beast. They don't know when it's going. I mean, I understand why the market went up higher, but I didn't trust it. Okay? I didn't trust it at all. So, this is pretty noteworthy what just happened. Okay? Now, I'm going to bring up, let's see here. I'm going to bring up, let's go back a little here, because this news is pretty crazy. So, um, let's look at the SPY. Okay? Let's look at that SPY. All right. Well, now we know the market. I'm going to go down to a different chart, but now we know, okay, we got our support, our balance low support at 393.3. Okay, that's our defense of the balance. Okay, we have this trend line also, which I feel probably we might get tested now. Now let's look at this. You can see the move now in the SPY. We're coming down. Okay, not much support here. Not much support here. Okay, not much. You can see the large volume here. It's the most traded price. Okay, you can see it. It's a clear shot down here. Doesn't mean we have to go there, but it's pretty clear we might liquidate all these longs now. Come back to here. And like I said, this is a beast. It could hold it up. We could pop below it, but hold it up, right? But if we get under it and hold it, we're going. This defense 390 will be the first test, and then it's not good. Okay. Let's look at the Qs. Here's the Qs now. Okay, Qs. Look where it went. Here's the most traded price of the month, 285.83. Look where it just went. That's, I mean, this is why I talk about these levels, okay? So it went right down to the most traded price of the month. All right. Now, defense, 280. 280. Under 280, it's nothing. Okay. 280 is just holding up the NASDAQ. Matter of fact, I think I already have an alert, but I'm just going to put alert on this for me because this is a very key level. Okay. Okay. Now, let's look at my triple headed. Right? Let's look at the triple headed. Triple headed monster. All right. So, we can see here. We opened here. Right? Almost like, oh man, the TNX is like, and then look at this. Boop. We're about to engulf yesterday. Right now. With those numbers. Quickly as that. Right? Almost hit the 100-day moving average. Okay? Still trending lower, but this is, whew, okay? Let's look at the VIX now. All right, the VIX isn't nuts right now. It is up 3.58% because we closed here. We closed down here. Now we're up here. We have this trend line. Okay, let me fix this trend to be a little more neat. Here we go. Got this trend to contend with. All right, but whew. All right, so dollar. Dollar was weak too. Right? Before I just got on. Now look, it's rocketing back up. It dropped below the support level right here, this key support. It dropped below the 200-day moving average. Right now it's going above it. Okay, let's look at this trend line here. Breaks out there. Whoop. So all pointing to not good, right? What a change. What a change. All right. So now that that's being said, let's get into the futures. Okay, let's go into the ES now. Big move. Big move. Okay, so that's why you wait for the news, right? So we're just, this is like I said, 40/15s to 50%. We're right there. Okay. You want that to be defended if there's any chance to save the rally, the move higher. I'm sorry. If there's any chance, you need to stay above 40.15 at least, okay? Otherwise, we're going back. I mean, look at these single prints. Here, here. That's all emotional buying. You can see the volume. Look at it. It's nothing. It's one way. It's a one-way street. That's why there's not much support here. There's just not. It was a meteoric short covering rally. Now we're building out volume here in the overnight, right? We made an impulsive move down. You can see it, right? Now what's happening here, I'll tell you right now. This volume here is people taking profit, okay? And could be some longs. If we stay up in here from this low and we see building out value here, what I can see happening, okay, is we open, even if we open here, let's say, and this is the 9 EMA daily, but if we open here, I can see us coming right back down. If the longs bring it up, okay, I could see us getting smacked and us going back down. But I have to see, right? There's too much stuff going on right now to really predict to the open what will happen. But we're building out volume right here. And where's price right now? 40.17, right? 50% retracement is right here. Price is right here, okay? Very important. Look at the NASDAQ. %50 retracement in the NASDAQ, 117.80 is right here. Price is right here. Can't make this stuff up, right? That's where the price is landing, right here. Impulsive move down. Okay, single prints. And the NASDAQ here, here. Where they come from? The most traded price of the year. That's where that move started. Okay. If this market is weak today, and it continues to be weak from the open, we are most likely going back. Okay. Everybody who got long, guess what's going to happen? They're going to get liquidated. They're going to take their profits. They don't want to take a loss. And that's what's going to happen. Okay. And then the next decision area will be down here. Now, if we look at the NASDAQ daily on the future chart, okay, you could have said, right, I said this area for the NASDAQ was very key, right? We came up here once before. I mean, you could have said this was the balance high, right? And this was the balance low. Yes, we broke. But then we came up here and look, we found resistance up here, right? So now look, we're coming back under the 100-day moving average, right? Coming back into balance. Most traded price of the year. Like I said, probably the destination if we're weak today. Okay? And balance rules for this is not good. If we reach this end of the balance and start going, we're going to go down here. Okay, probably to this node here. Okay, that is around 108.74. Now, like I said, December 13th and 14th are very pivotal. Stuff can happen between then, but the market's going to wait for that. All right, that's huge. Okay. So I'm going to bring you guys, let's see, to bring to the watch list real quick. I'm not going to even go over the market profile scenarios as much as I am going to just go over what I just said. It's not necessary today with this news. Okay, so I'm going to go over Exactly what I just said, to be clear. Okay? So, we're ripping down. 4015 is the 50% retracement. It's right around here. Okay? I even have a level here, 4017. Okay? You want to stay above that and hold it to have any chance. This is the 200-day moving average. If we have any chance to come up to the 200-day moving average and have to come above it and hold, okay? We could even come up and we can't hold it. This could all fall apart, okay? But in the grand scheme of things, if we stay weak down here, buyers cannot get a hold of this, okay? We're going to go down, and we should go to 39.89, make a stop there, pull back. If this market's weak, we're going right here to the most traded price of the year. Okay, that number is 39.66. Okay, so 40.15 is 50% retracement. Around 40.57 is the 200-day moving average on the daily. It's really all you got to worry about. And I'm going to judge how weak this market is. Okay? All right, let's go to NASDAQ. Okay. NASDAQ, simple as could be, right? 117.80, I believe. Right around here is the 50%. Again, that's a key thing. You want to hold above it, okay? Here, yeah, at 120.50, you have the 100-day moving average. Okay? So, most traded price of the year is 116.03. Right here. Most traded price of the month as well. Okay? So that's what we got to look at. Okay, this is a little different. The 200-day moving average is a little lower in the NASDAQ. So what I would say is this level probably right here, 1997. If we pop up here, look to get above this and get back into range. Okay? To get any kind of, okay, this move's okay, this move has legs. If it doesn't, okay, if we hold, this is the 9 EMA on the daily too. This could hold the market down too, but just remember 50%. If we go below that and hold it, we're going down here. First test will be 116.99. Break that. This is the 20-day moving average. That might hold it a little bit. Then we could finally go here, and then it's, oh, this is a huge wall. I don't know if we pop below it. If we pop below, I think we hold it. If it's really super bearish, which I'm not sure, then obviously not good. We're gonna go lower. Okay, that's what I'm looking at for today. Okay. It's a little different because this news, there's not as much granular stuff that I'm really going to be able to talk to you about. Okay. Now the other thing too is we talked about the 50% here. There's also a 50% move of the overnight. Now look, it's starting to catch a bid now. 40.45 is the 50% of the overnight. That's another level to pay attention to. If we get above this, now look, the 200-day moving average is right here, right? So if we get above this, we're catching a bid now. This is the key, right? There's two keys. 50% of the move from yesterday and 50% of the move from this now. You hold above this and your 200, you have a good chance that we go back. So it's kind of like this land is a chop zone, I would say. Okay, same thing. 119.04 is the midpoint of the overnight. 117.80 is the midpoint. So this area too. We're in between this area, okay? It's a large gap down on news. I'm going to have to wait to see what happens at the open. If people are long, I would suspect they'd panic and probably want to get out of their long positions. But we have to see. All right. That's what I'm looking at, guys. Now, very interesting. If we fill the gap, it is at the 200-day moving average, basically, which could be another short, depending on how the market is reacting. Okay. That is it for me. Hope you guys got something from this. I was happy to watch the news. I will see you guys tomorrow. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be looking at this market. I definitely will probably do an update later because this is pretty big news. But remember those key areas that I talked about. Just remember those key areas. Okay, they're very important. Okay, let's let this market set up and give us a pattern. Okay. All right. Good luck. Hope everybody gets green today, and have a good weekend. And I'll try to do an update if there's clearly something going on that I see. I'll do an update. All right. All right. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday.